What's up? Boo, 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 boo. Okay, wake up, everybody. Can I get the first slide up, please? Oh, yeah, thank you. There you go. Great. Hello, everybody. My name is Tommy D, Tommy Danvers. Tommy D because no one could spell Danvers when I was DJing. So I became Tommy D. And I'm a music polymath. What does that mean? I do everything. And I have done everything in the music industry. I've been a music producer, or I am a music producer, a songwriter, an artist, a DJ. I'm also a whiskey maker. I have my own whiskey brand called 808. Anybody that likes whiskey, come and talk to me. I don't drink anymore, unfortunately, but still. You can scan the QR code and you can find a bit more about me. You can also find a really, really great resource which has a load of information about some of the things I'm going to talk about. Here's a bit more in depth about me. I've been in the music industry for 30 plus years. I've done loads of different stuff. I've done like TV and launched this new incredible thing called Land of Hope and Story in the UK, which is all about raising up the profile of the creative industries in the UK. We've got a new government, so very excited about that. Woo, come on. Yeah, fuck the right ring. I sold over 60 million units and had over 7 billion streams. I know this because, of course, we are governed by data in this day and age. And so today I wanted to talk about this data thing. Where does the data thing come from? It comes from tech. And tech, as we know, is scary. Ah! It is. It's very scary. Sorry, I'm blowing out the sound guy over there. He's freaking out. So tech is scary because tech is new and tech equals change. And I thought I'd take us through as we're going through the next 2 days of Wallofornia. And thank you very much, Wallofornia, for inviting me to come and talk. I thought I'd go through a couple of different things to remind us of this journey that tech goes through and how at the beginning there's a bit of anticipation, there's a bit of fear. It's scary. The humble bicycle. Every day you see them all around here. There was a New York Times article in the UK back at the 1800s. Women were allowed to ride bicycles. I know, shocking, eh? And there was a New York Times article entitled Lunacy in England, Women Cyclists. Tech is scary. Women cyclists, there is no slightest doubt that bicycle riding, if persisted in, leads to weakness of mind, general lunacy, and homicidal mania. I think we can all agree about that. How about the humble car? The humble car, yes, tech is scary because when it first launched, the red flag provision was put in place. If you owned a car in the 1800s, you also had to own a man that would walk in front with a red flag and he would wave it because you were driving at the reckless speed of 4 miles an hour, which was the speed limit back then. You also had to hide your car if you saw a horse. And if you couldn't hide it, you had to dismantle it. This was the red flag provision. How about the humble teddy bear? Oh my God, the teddy bear. Yes, the teddy bear is destroying apparently maternal instincts in girls, leading to something that they call race suicide. Oh my God. So you can see tech is scary. What about the beautiful internet? How about this? What is the internet anyway?
Oh, that's right.
Can I have sound up, please?
And then the ring around it?
At?
See, that's what I said. Mm-hmm. Katie said she thought it was about.
Yeah. Oh.
But I'd never heard it.
Around.
I'd never heard it said. I'd always seen the mark, but never heard it said. And then it sounded stupid when I said it. Violence at NBC. There it is. Violence at NBC. GE.com. I mean.
Well, Allison should know.
What is internet anyway?
Internet is that
massive computer network.
the one that's becoming really big now.
What do you mean that's big? How does one? What do you write to it like mail?
No, a lot of people use it and communicate. I guess they can communicate with NBC writers and producers. Allison, can you explain what internet is?
No, she can't say anything in 10 seconds or less.
Oh.
But you know, I think about this, and what about this internet thing? Do you know anything about that?
Sure.
What the hell is that exactly?
Well, it's become a place where people are publishing information.
Right.
So everybody can have their own homepage. Companies are there, the latest information. It's wild what's going on. You can send electronic mail to people. It is the big new thing.
But I can remember a couple of months ago, there was like a big breakthrough announcement that on the internet or on some computer deal, they were going to broadcast a baseball game. You could listen to a baseball game on your computer. And I just thought to myself, does radio ring a bell? You know what I mean?
There's a difference.
There is a difference.
It's not a huge difference.
What is the difference?
But you can listen to the baseball game whenever you want.
All right.
Too.
Oh, I see. So it's stored in one of your memory deals, and then you
Exactly.
can come
That's
back
the
a year
RAM thing
later.
you talked about earlier.
Yeah. Do tape recorders ring a bell?
So what I like about this, apart from the dubious women's rights aspect, which shows how far we've come. Hopefully, still a lot more to do. But you know, the way that Letterman at the end there, the great David Letterman, is laughing with the audience about the internet. You know, this is from 94, this was from. And I think we always have to remember that I'm reminded of the Gandhi quote, which is, you know, first they ignore you, second they laugh at you, third they fight you, and then you win. And I think that's a really good example of how tech adoption works. Tech is scary because it equals change, right? We don't like, as human beings, we don't like change. We like our little, world, and we don't like things changing. But I like to think of tech as all it is just tools. It's just tools. And I love this quote from Steve Jobs where he says, technology is nothing. What's important is that you have faith in people, that they're basically good and smart. And if you give them tools, they'll do wonderful things with them. And I think we can all agree that that is the case. So tech is scary because it equals change. Now, a lot of you may be aware of something called Web3, right? I got into Web3 because I got into whiskey. I started my whiskey company back in 2014. I was looking at new ways of promoting whiskey, and I discovered Ethereum, and I discovered smart contracts. I fell down the hole of smart contracts and decentralization and Bitcoin and everything, and I became a convert. And ever since then, I've been really studying the technology, along with all the other technologies. What is Web3? Okay, Web3 is very simple. It is the new internet. I call it the internet upgrade. We upgrade everything, right? We upgrade our phones, we upgrade our cars, we upgrade our partners sometimes. You know, if you look back at the original iPhone here, this is the very first iPhone. You know, if you think about where we have gone from that iPhone to this iPhone, you realize that there's an incredible journey that technology has gone on just with the iPhone alone. This iPhone had, a text, a calendar, photos. This is it. YouTube. Wow, it had YouTube. Now this phone governs our entire life. It's a journey that we have all been on, and that is why we are upgrading the internet. Web3 is an upgrade to the internet. Here's an example of what the two webs before it were. Web 1 was static read-only pages. Web 2 was information-centric. Web 3 is user-centric, decentralized, private, and secure. What does that actually mean? Well, I have 6 pillars that I think of Web 3. And I think it's really important to remember that Web 3 is not just blockchain. It's not just crypto. It's not NFTs. It is a lot of technologies that work together. When you build a house, you don't just use a hammer or a chisel. You use lots of tools to build that house. And that's what Web 3 is. So we start with blockchains, which I'm sure you all know about, cryptocurrencies, which I'm also sure you all know about. And if you don't, come and talk to me afterwards. Number 3 is decentralized finance. Some people don't know what that is. That's digital financial services like loans, savings, etc., that is governed by communities and transacted with cryptocurrencies. Number 4, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, a lot of hype around those. We can discuss that as well. But, basically they're just unique digital assets that are authenticated on the blockchain. Metaverse, which is if anyone's got kids, will know that our kids are living in them all the time now with Minecraft and Roblox and Fortnite. This is just a digital space for visualizing digital assets using virtual and augmented reality. And then the 6th one is artificial intelligence, AI. Now, of course, a lot of hype around AI, and people say, Tommy, why do you include AI in Web3? Surely just Web3 is about blockchain. No, these are the tools that we will be using in the internet going forward. And in fact, we're using them all now. We just don't realize. AI is really important because blockchain, and this is one thing that people don't realize, AI needs checks and balances. It needs automated checks and balances system, and it needs automated payment rails. That is blockchain, that is crypto. That is a genuine use case for why AI and blockchain and crypto all go together and why I call them all Web3. People ask me, why on-chain, Tommy? Why on-chain? I can do all this stuff already. I've got credit cards, I've got Spotify, I've got Patreon and all that kind of stuff. Okay, first of all, full traceability and provenance, right? Everyone can check exactly when someone was made and also the history. Rights of ownership. Now, rights of ownership is interesting because it sums up an entirely kind of digital items that can be traced. Everyone can access this. It's completely transparent. Empower your platform. You become the platform. You are the platform, not Spotify, not Meta, not TikTok. You are the platform. That's really, really eager. I always say to people, you know what you need to do? You need to buy your own domain name. If you don't own your own domain name, you should buy your own domain name. We are returning back to the world of domains. Decentralized creation, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You don't need anyone standing in your way. Ongoing existence, permanent, unstoppable. Of course, it's on the blockchain. You'd have to be able to control 51% of all the computers in the world in order to stop that. And modular integration. No more individual platforms. Everything works together. If you build one decentralized community in one place, you can take that community to another place. So you're seeing that with decentralized blockchain, on-chain social media, for example. This all spells out freedom. Freedom. What a word, eh? I always like to think of it as freedom to choose your value. I was having a bit of an argument with someone on Twitter this morning about YouTube apparently being really great for artists, and I was saying we have never in our entire existence really as musicians chosen our value, right? You know, it was the labels, it was Tower Records, it was MTV, it was Apple, it was Spotify. They choose our value. We don't. I can sell maybe vinyl through Bandcamp or something like that. I can sell it what I want, but I can't go back to YouTube and say, you know what, I'd like you to charge more for my product. Thank you very much. How does Web3 support music? I love this picture because it's Kurt Cobain being supported by his artists, by his fans rather. And I think this is a really great example of what fans and artists relationship, you know, the whole concept of that. So Web3 supports music by turbocharging fan support. And over the last sort of 4 or 5 years that I've been at the forefront of this, I've noticed 3 different very specific things that I think work brilliantly within Web3 and how they turbocharge fan support. The first one is collectability. Collectability is quite common in lots of different areas, you know, from collectability of art, collectability of stamps, baseball cards, you name it. Collectability around music is not normally associated. You don't normally collect music. You might collect music memorabilia, but not music itself. So the ability to actually collect tracks and actually own those tracks is really, really interesting. Loyalty, air miles, that kind of concept, right? That's nothing new, but loyalty is being pumped up using Web3 technology because of things called smart contracts, which allow us to segment a fan base. So instead of just saying all fans are the same, we are allowed now to be able to segment that fan base. If you do more for an artist, the artist can reward you more. But also, it's interoperable. So if you've got a number of different artists, you've got engagement with a number of different artists, and then you go and see another artist over here, they can see that you're like a baller, you know, you're like really cool, that you've done loads of stuff with all these different artists. So loyalty is another one. And the third one is royalty. Now, as a music producer and a songwriter, I'm very blessed with the fact that I get to earn and enjoy royalties. And when I walk into a shop or a restaurant or something, and there's my track playing, it's like, wow, this is cool. And I get a little smile on my face. And I realize that, of course, I'm earning absolutely very little. But still, that's not the point. The point is, I've got skin in the game. As a music professional, I'm used to that. Fans have never had royalties in an artist. With Web3 technology, it facilitates that concept, okay? I think we can all agree, people don't really pay for music. Most people out there that we know either do pay for a subscription or they have that subscription bundled in. But there's very little connection between the concept of buying music anymore. We pay for a subscription, we listen to music. So it's not about getting people to pay for music. It's about getting people to pay for these things. Convenience, interactivity, community, experience, exclusivity, ownership, nostalgia, creation, scarcity, and most importantly, access. These are all areas that really haven't been explored within the music industry. And when we're building Web3 technology or any new technology, we need to be thinking about these ones, because these are really, really cool, and there's loads in there that is already there. Engaged behavior is very, very, very powerful. People that are doing things already, get them at that point. Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit about some of the music NFT community that's going on at the moment. This is Emma Miller, Josh Savage, and Violetta Zeroni. They are 3 of the most well-known music NFT artists. They're doing incredible work in promoting these new technologies and finding new ways of working with that. I stress, this is all experimental. It's all experimental. And without these incredible artists to try and experiment with their own fan bases, I don't think, we wouldn't have what we've got going on now. So in each one of these particular artists and many more, owners get access to gigs, exclusive gated private shows and merch. And then combinations of NFTs trigger even greater access and benefits, thus driving fans to trade to get those elusive versions. What I mean by that is what I was saying, is that if you own an Emma NFT and a Josh NFT, and you'll get an exclusive of a Violetta NFT. That kind of vibe. Because the whole thing is being built on Web3 technology, it's all interoperable, it's all connected. One of the really amazing things is Violetta on the far right there. Her NFT, she's one of the most successful music NFT artists. She has over about 25,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. So very, very, very little. She's generated over 440 ETH. It's probably a little bit more now. That's probably about $1 million worth now, which as we think about it, it's probably about 300 million streams. Remember, she's got 24,000 monthly listeners. So you do the maths, you can see that there's a huge opportunity for wealth creation through this type of thinking. I'm not talking about NFTs, I'm talking about Web3 thinking, right? The other amazing statistic with Violetta is that she's made over $500,000 for her fans. Because her fans are trading her NFTs and making money on her NFTs. I've been into music for over, 40 years. I've never made any money out of Led Zeppelin or the Beatles or Run DMC or any of the other amazing artists that I followed over the years. I've made more money out of Violetta's NFTs in the last 2 years than I have out of any of those people. So in 2020, armed with all this information about the music industry, 30 plus years as a music producer, signed to major labels, I also, being into blockchain since 2015, I founded Token Tracks. This is what Token Tracks does. We empower creators in music, film, sports, and charity through Web3 technology, fostering deeper communication, engagement, value creation, and blockchain integration by embodying the vision of an open internet through our Tracks Marketplace and Tracks Studio. Let's have a look at what Token Tracks does.
What can Token Tracks do for you? How about embrace digital collectibles and showcase your support for your favorite artists online? Join VIP memberships and gain access to an exclusive inner circle. Own chart-accredited digital albums complete with special splatter vinyl editions registered to you forever on the blockchain. Relive concerts with a live recording dropped directly into your phone, cementing your proof of attendance. As a curator, partner with music artists you admire on collaborative digital releases, showcasing their talent and sharing in their success. As an artist, trade a share of your streaming proceeds, inviting your fans to support and participate in your journey. And as a fan, marvel at the concept that every time that track gets played, you'll receive income. Encourage your fans to support you using their social media to earn rewards like free concert tickets, access to token-gated live streams, or even your own token. Secure your claim to unique merchandise with on-chain registration, asserting your ownership of that coveted hoodie. Experience generative music and art, where each piece is unique, adding a creative twist to music ownership. Create sample sound packs for your fans and share beats registered on the blockchain. Finance your film and engage a vibrant team of executive producers to champion your vision. Contribute to charitable causes beyond mere donations. Engage in token-gated events and streams to really feel like you're making a difference. Create with fans, forging limited edition digital wearables and virtual merchandise. And then partner with fashion houses to create collaborations in the digital world and road test these for physical release. And what about forging alliances with gaming enterprises to offer in-game exclusives, virtual concert experiences, and limited edition wearables? Compose music collaboratively, either with fellow artists or by empowering fans with AI and creative starters. Network and grow within your community, whether music, film, or media, discovering new and exciting ways to collaborate, drive engagement, and earn rewards. Token Tracks can make all this happen for you. But hey, you can do all this already, right? Well, can you? Do you truly understand your audience? Do you know who attends your gigs? Do you know who buys your merch, your vinyl, streams your tracks? And can you connect all this engagement together to highlight and reward that super fan? At Token Tracks, we're committed to building and developing the next music business, where creators, curators, and collectors are at the heart, erasing the gatekeepers and building more direct, dynamic experiences for all. Our Tracks Studio is a marketplace, a 360 hub supplying the tools to navigate navigate this exciting new realm. It's fully decentralized, meaning you own the tech, and fully customizable, so it resonates with you and your brand. Are you an artist? Then give your loyal fans a chance to show their value by combining gig attendance, vinyl ownership, and streaming to reward them with an exclusive hoodie. Are you a label, publishing entity, and looking to monetize your catalog? How about tokenizing a portion to fund growth and cultivate a supportive community? What about a live venue? Drive loyalty by giving your regular attendees discounted tickets and upgrades, as well as documented I was there moments stored directly in their phones. The Track Studio brings all these elements together under one roof. Your own web domain, your home, your world. This is focused on the no-coiner experience, so zero crypto knowledge is necessary. Purchase with credit card, Apple or Google Pay, and your prized digital collectible is yours to start collecting the benefits. Token Tracks is committed to enhancing the music ecosystem, fostering a nurturing and rewarding environment for all. So, what can Token Tracks do for you? Come and find out.
So that's Token Tracks. I founded that in 2020. Thank you very much. Yes, the idea is we are a boutique. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We're a boutique company. And basically what we do is we offer, I like to think of it as Lego. We offer the Lego of Web3. So whether it's blockchains, whether it's crypto, whether it's AI, whether it's DeFi, whatever, we will provide that technology. We've spent about $5 million on our own technology. We've partnered with about $200 million worth of technology, all within this space. We're working with a number of different platforms at the moment around things like tokenized IP in the sports world, in the film world, in the music world. We are working with a fantastic writer who's got an amazing community of fans out in America. We're building her membership all on chain. There's a number of amazing different projects, and please come and talk to me afterwards. Why is this important? Well, this is very important because it creates an alternative to the current system. I don't necessarily think the current system of the music industry is working. There was a report in the Musicians Union last year that said that nearly half of the professional musicians in the UK are on less than $14,000 a year. That is not a sustainable way of creating a sustainable music business. Web3 offers technology where individuals and communities can be empowered. This is why I'm in this space. And this is a really interesting, thanks very much to Water and Music. If you don't know Water and Music, you should follow them. They're an amazing music tech community that provides a lot of information. This is the ecosystem of ownership of the music industry. We're seeing a lot more diverse stakeholders, banks, private equity firms, big tech conglomerates, sovereign wealth funds. It's all moving away from people who make music and being owned by people who have nothing to do with music. I have no problem with this, but I don't like it as being the only source. We need alternatives. Web3 is an alternative. And why do we need that? Because we lose our fucking shit to music. We love music. Music is like air. It's like water. It's like food. We need this connection for a healthy society. For people, music is a way of defining emotion. It brings calm to chaos of life. So I don't want music to be controlled in this way. I want people who make music, who love music, to have some say in that. That is why I founded Token Tracks, and that is why Web3 is so important. I think we should all listen to Tim Berners-Lee. The web I envisage it, we have not yet seen. The future is still so much bigger than the past. The internet that we have now needs an upgrade. This is what Web3 does. And all you need to think about in the next 2 days, all you people that build music tech or involved in music tech, is a very simple statement, right? Build real products which solve real problems, the music business, and attract real users. My name is Tommy D. Thank you very much. You can find me on the right here. You can find Token Tracks on the left here. Thank you. It's not scary.
Thank you, Tommy D, for your scary keynote. It's any question for Tommy? We have time.
Yeah. What's your advice for a small artist, development artist, which doesn't have a fan base that could increase NFTs and so on?
Can you pass that out? Anybody's got a question? Okay, so what would I encourage an artist to do? There are many different platforms that you can experiment. I think the key word is experiment. I don't think anything has been defined in law, right? And when I say in law, I mean the norm, the use case. I think what's beautiful about this is, as I sort of explained at the beginning, we're on a journey. All tech, has this journey. We're at the very early part of the journey, which means there's all kinds of things that you can do. So the best thing I can always say to an artist is experiment. By experimenting, you learn because I think as an artist, everyone's fan base is different. Some fan bases are more committed than others. Some minuscule percentages of that fan base are more committed than big, Taylor Swift's fan base, for example. So I think the key is to experiment. And if you don't experiment, then you won't do it. None of this technology is going away. You can't uninvent blockchains or uninvent AI or uninvent NFTs. They're all there. So the idea then is for us to embrace them and look at them and look at how they can improve the current situation, because that's what an upgrade is an improvement of current situation. So in regards to artists, go out there, do drops, explain to your fan base why you're doing it, because there's a bit of skepticism around that, of course. There's a lot of information on Twitter. Twitter's a great place to go. I do the longest running regular music and arts Web3 space. Been doing it since October 21, every Monday at 6 p.m. So come on my space, come and listen to what we talk about. We talk a lot about this technology. We highlight projects that people are doing, and just keep an eye out. There's a great, where's this man here? He's a great resource. There's a lot of really cool people out there writing about this stuff. Any other questions? Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes, sir. Thanks, Kev. Oh, thanks, Kev.
Thank you, Tommy, for presentation.
My pleasure.
How do I, as a fan or investor who buys the NFT of an artist, participate financially? Do I get a future royalty share if I get the NFT of a song, or what do I get?
So it really depends on what someone's offering. The beauty of anything to do with this technology is the freedom to choose your value. So I can put anything into my bundle, or I can put nothing in. There's a big, I don't know, you may, for those that follow the space will know, there's a big thing around meme coins at the moment, which is literally a picture, and you create a currency around this picture. The most famous one is Shiba or Dogecoin. And they literally have nothing. They're just currencies that then the community get behind, pump the price, and everybody makes money out of them. I mean, Azealia Banks just did a meme coin and made some of her fans millionaires as a consequence. I mean, it was quite insane. So I think, there are many ways. It depends on what you're buying. The beauty of it is you get closer to the artist. It's a really direct way of connecting to the artist. Any other questions?
Just one thing.
Yeah.
And if I buy a royalty share, how do I get my payout? So the rights owner has to register me as an rights owner?
Again, this is the beauty of blockchain. Everything is done through smart contracts. Everything is automated, so automated payments happen. Now, you are right, though. The royalty aspect of, i.e., I own 20% of somebody's song, right? That's still very, very unsure. There's a whole element in America about whether this thing is a security or not. And the Howey test, and anybody that knows all of that kind of stuff. That is an issue, and there are ways that people are getting around it. I think that is still, the jury's still out on that one as to where its value really lies. But I think ultimately, I would rather, as an artist or a creator or a I would rather sell my songs, 20% of my songs, to my fans, to my true fans, my 100 true fans or my 200 true fans. I'd rather sell it to them for the same amount of money that I might get out of a Universal or a Warner's, or maybe even half. Maybe I don't need 20 grand or 50 grand from Warner's. Maybe I just need 10. So I would rather sell it to my fans, because my fans are going to be more precious with it. They're going to look after it. They're going to do more, as far as I'm concerned, to help me promote me as an artist. But also, through this structure, I can go back into the open market. Remember what I said about them being traded? These are assets. They can be traded. I can go back into the open market and buy back my songs at a later stage. Maybe I'll make those initial owners 10x, 20x, 100x, 3x, who knows? So they're happy. They've made some profit. And I've bought back my rights. So again, all of this is conceptually interesting. And we are basically playing out this stuff in real time, in real life, to try it out and experiment.
Thank you.